Okay, so that's back on. Today is February 13th, 2021. I am Stephen Brooker, shooting double recorded videos of my already recorded and uploaded in published videos. "25 seconds. Okay, so I need to start this. 3, 2, 1. Recording, and we're live. Okay.
Checking your instant messenger? Yes. Facebook messages to attend to?
No, I tried calling your mom and she's not answering.
Oh, well, I'm sure everything's fine in her land. So you're gonna leave us alone?
Yeah, I'll leave you alone.
You're gonna let us live our life in peace? Pursue our happiness? Not gonna bother us anymore, right? No custody shit? No CPS? No police?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So when I get him healed for the third time and finally get somebody to be around, you're not gonna interrupt, right? Whether it's girlfriend or somebody else, you're gonna let us go, right? Never even seen the inside of this thing. I guess it's pretty nice, huh?
That's what it is.
Empty. Well, at least you got this for the kids. Not that they'll ever get to ride it or use it. But you got you a nice ride.
And this is what she does. She got a $6,000 vehicle for the kids that the kids have never used. Now, she's had the vehicle for 3 years. It cost $6,000. And for the past 3 years, she's had this $6,000 vehicle that she got for free, that she got for the kids, that she's never had in 3 years. Wouldn't you like a free $6,000 vehicle? Yeah, she did. This is how she gets these things from her family. Comes to a point down there where they get rough and tough on her. You know what I'm saying? And then when she gets more involved with the kids or files another motion, she gets another $2,000 for that, and whatever, perks and benefits and bonuses that she gets, we don't even know about.
Is there anything else you want to say? That you're not going to call me or text me ever again?
I will leave you alone.
You know I can't help the way I feel.
Yep.
They're still right there at the door.
You act like it don't hurt me. To hurt you.
Well, you could have at any time tried to stop doing that. But all you ever did is leave. He wasn't here for me anyways, he was here for them. you was here for them, what are you leaving them for? If you're here for the kids, what are you leaving the kids for?
And that's what I'm saying. She left and dipped out on the kids before taking them to the dental extractions that she came here to help take me to, that she caused through 3 years of Kool-Aid and 2 years for honor. She came here and then left. She came to take to the dental extractions, and then she left a month before the dental extractions. And then she files in the paperwork that I didn't do the dental extractions in a properly manually time, and all of this crazy stuff that she is the one that is guilty for, and you can see it on this video.
If you're here to help me make it to their appointments, why wouldn't you stay and make it through their appointments?
I can't, man. I can't.
I know. I know you can't. That's the problem. You see that?
What?
Do you acknowledge that? The problem is that you can't. I know it sucks, but you admit that, right?
Yeah.
It's too much, right? 24/7. I'll do it, okay? I'll take care of him, okay? You hear me? I'm not trying to be a dick, you understand that? You know I'll take care of them, right? You know they're safe with me, right? You know they have what they need, right? You know they're not being spoiled, right?
Right.
They're not overcorrected, not undercorrected, right?
Right.
Punishment is fair and just, and they learn from me. I teach them.
You do.
Do you still think I did a good job?
Yes.
And you know I always will, right?
See? She just said she thinks I did a good job. That is not included in her perjured affidavit. Her leaving on her own is not included in her perjured affidavit. The kids being safe with me is not included in her perjured affidavit. This is the real truth of our so-called breakup, even though we wasn't together. We were never together this time. She was girl. She was here as a friend. This is the last day that I've ever seen her, and the last day that I ever spoke to her.
You pray for someone to come to them. And me. Pray for me to find somebody that's worthy.
Yeah. They're such awesome kids.
Well, yeah, somebody that thinks that we're worthy enough to stay with.
See, I said pray for somebody that is worthy, and she said of them, as in she's not worthy of them. And then she said they are such awesome kids. Well, who made them that way? Not her. Who raised them that way to be awesome kids? Me. I did. This awesome dad right here. I'm the one that did all the work. I'm asking you, you can see the truth here. It's more than apparent. It's made itself manifest to you. It is known to you. You know it is manifest.
Instead of leave, basically. I deserve to have love in my life, right? So do they, right? They deserve to have a mommy, right?
They do.
I deserve to have a wife, right?
You do.
Well, will you pray for that to happen?
I will.
Huh?
Just go love on your babies.
I will.
Go to your mom. And if she's there, she's there. And if she's not, I'll wait till she gets there. I was only sitting here because my windshield was iced up.
Well, you're never going to see me or speak to me again.
No.
Is there anything else you want to say before you go? Well, I'm sorry you can't stay till their appointments are done. That would have been really nice. Obviously, that was the plan to begin with, just to be here for them till they get their stuff done. I'm sorry you left the second time. That pretty much caused everything else as far as, I fell in love with another person. I just can't let myself love you because you'll leave again.
See, and she's nodding her head in acknowledgement of what I'm saying is true. She's the one that left on her own the second time, and I met somebody that I fell in love with. I eventually over time grew feelings for this woman. And so when Heather was here trying to be romantic, which is what she did right here on this night, she tried to rub me and touch me and be all over me, and I just didn't want it. And so she got upset and left.
Besides that, I'm sure from the time that you've been here, you know what I want. You know who I want. You know what I hope for. You know what I wish for. You know what I'm having faith for. If that's not God's will, then it's not God's will. What I want more than anything is God's will. If it was God's will for you to be here, then I guess you wouldn't be leaving. So, if it's God's will for her to be here, then I guess she'll come. Regardless if it's her or not. Pray for me to have somebody that'll be here for us, them, and me, my wife, and their mommy.
They deserve better.
You said they deserve better?
They deserve somebody that doesn't get irritated as fast as I do. They deserve somebody that can watch them the way they need to be watched.
Well,
They just deserve better.
See? She said they deserve better. That's what she said. They deserve somebody who doesn't get irritated as fast as what I do. That's what she said, for her words herself. They deserve somebody that doesn't get irritated as fast as she does. And she said they deserve to have somebody watch them the way they need to be watched, which she can't. She has ADHD. She can't pay attention. The attention span isn't wide enough for 2 children. And she reiterated it one more time again, said they deserve better. And she leaves.
like I said, you don't want them shitting in the woods, do you?
In the yard?
In the yard?
Shitting in the woods is different. Sometimes you got it.
Well, covered up with dirt in the yard is pretty much...
Yeah, no. I don't want to be doing that.
It's a little nasty, I think. You don't want them to grow up and be all nasty, do you? Cussing everywhere.
No.
Calling people B's and FUs and all this other stuff. You don't want that life for them down there, right? You don't want them around your family and
Maybe if my mom was dead.
all that good stuff, right?
Maybe if my mom was dead.
But the answer is no, right?
Right.
Okay.
So the answer is no. I asked her, you don't want them down there in West Virginia, do you? No. You don't want them around your family, do you? No. You don't want them crapping in the front yard by digging a hole, pooping in it, and covering it with dirt like Ian Allen Anderson does, do you? No. You don't want them cussing and calling people B's and FUs and this and that like Ian Allen Anderson does, do you? No. And that's the kid they would spend the most time with. It's the only child that any of the 3 daughters have. The middle daughter can't have kids. Heather's tubes are tied and the kids are mine. And Sheena's tubes are tied after she had 1. So they have 1 grandchild for the grandma. That's the person that my kids would be spending the most time with, is this kid that cusses at his mom, hits his mom, poops in the front yard, covers it with dirt like a feral animal on some wild mountainside. And you can see her say she doesn't want that life for them. And now she's reallocating. She filed a motion to reallocate them to have them have that exact same life that she said in this video she does not want for them. Did she include any of this in her perjured affidavit?
Just please go love on him.
I will.
Like, I feel like dog shit, but I can't stay just to get you more attached and leave later.
Well, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I thought the whole purpose of you being here was to stay until after their medical appointments and shit.
It was, yeah.
So, I knew that.
See, it was. Just like she just said. It was, yeah. The whole purpose of her being here was to make it to their dental appointments and dental extractions, which was 30 days after this. But, like she said, oh, I can't stay and have them get more attached and then leave them later. No, 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 no. You can't stay for yourself to get more attached and then leave later. You can't be the responsible adult and do any good positive thing for these kids that you actually did carry and give birth to. See what I'm saying? It's not about the kids for her. It's about her.
It's too much shit for you to handle until then. Right? You said yeah?
Yes.
What are you gonna do about your tats? Well, I know you said you were gonna cover him up, but if you cover him up, you're still gonna see him there anyways.
No, there's 2 scars that I can't cover up.
Even if you did, you would always see it, regardless. You're not gonna not see it. Oh,
You're getting cold.
yes. Cold. Okay. Goodbye.
So, like I said, this was the last time that I seen her. I've never seen her since this day. I've never spoken another word to her since this day. The last word that I ever spoke to Heather Ann Seabolt was goodbye.
Well, there she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, baby. Come here.
Does it look like my daughter is very afraid of me? You see what I'm saying? The outright lies that are blatant lies. It's such bullcrap for nobody to investigate, to check out what is the truth and be known, made manifest to them. The truth is apparent. My kids ain't afraid of me. The only thing that my kids are afraid of is losing me because I'm the only one that's ever stayed their whole life.
Why didn't you stay, stranger? What did you...
Okay, so now it's to the next video. And you can see at the end of that video I said, "Why didn't you stay, stranger?" And stranger was Leslie. She was my stranger Leslie. She was the cancer research coordinator that works at the Cleveland Clinic that I was with for 6 months. And then it got too much for her to handle with the so-called, quote, baby's mama, with the court papers and coming back and trying to reallocate and getting forced visitation and all this stuff. It was an agreement that her and I made from the beginning. I showed her my court papers that I have full custody since they were 7 months and 5 months old. So she knew she was safe to invest her time into me and the kids. And then after a half a year of doing so, Heather did this, and it was too much for her to handle. So we lost her. And our life would have been much better if she would have stayed. But Heather took that from us. It's because it was about almost a year, 10 months really, since she had been involved, and she knew that I had moved on and had something that I was successful with, and she came back and destroyed it. She took it from us. So now it's been 2 years. She has no information of me and the kids, any new knowledge or information in 2 years, over 2 years' time. It's actually been 27 months. And it just became too much for her. So now she filed new papers because I might be having a good life that is successful with somebody, and she wants to come back and destroy it. The fact is, I've been single. I've been single for like 18 months now, about a year and a half. And I've just been doing this on my own, just by myself. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. Recording stopped. And then I'm going to go ahead and stop this video that I'm recording now. That's A. I just stopped A from recording. This is B in my hand. And now I'm stopping B.